Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come serious. The situation is very, very serious. One of the world news, the US President Donald Trump comes to make the most decision formidable. The decision that Vladimir Putin feared the most. A decision for which Vladimir Putin had even directly threatened Donald Trump. But Donald Trump has decided to overstep and threats from Moscow, from Vladimir Putin, and make this decision. But he made this decision without going until the end. We wonder, did he go all the way making his decision, or it is a way to deceive Moscow again? What is the decision about? It is about the transfer missiles to Ukraine, extremely long range. These missiles that we call what already, yesterday we talked about these missiles. Let me double check the name. Tamutomaha, these are missiles of a range of over 1600 kilometers. Ukraine has requested this. Ukraine is just asking, what if by extraordinary America is stopping to send this missile to Ukraine? Ukraine will destroy everything on his passage in Russia. And it is in relation to this, that elsewhere Vladimir Putin came out to say, if Donald Trump tries this, the relations between America and Moscow will collapse completely. We will pass to another phase because America would be arming Ukraine for strike our territory. We will outpost her. So despite these comments from Putin, who even meant that the relationships that were trying to normalize between Russia and America, these relationships will crumble, despite everything. This Donald Trump announced in this evening of October 6, 2025, that he already has made the decision. But there is only one thing that is blocking him at the moment. And what is this thing? Within the framework of this conference, Geopolitics, dedicated to current events international. It is from this situation that we are going to talk. As always, before continuing to view the video conferencing, I ask you to share the video as much as possible. It must be shared in all groups possible. Put a lot of likes and don't forget to leave always an opinion in the comments. And if you are new around here, you need to obviously click on the button subscribe. Subscribe. This allows you to no longer miss world news. So let's dive in. So this is a sensational announcement that was made by Donald Trump, but a very cautious announcement. Donald Trump, we're going to see his announcement and you will understand, we will deduce, we will bring out the hypotheses. Is it that Donald Trump is playing with it, the spirit of Vladimir Putin, or what does he actually want? US President Donald Trump has confirmed, according to official information, he has confirmed that he had made his decision on the delivery of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, but he is suspended from guarantees of use. So for him, he will give these missiles. He made the decision to give his missiles to Tomahawk Ukraine. He wants Ukraine to provide guarantees of use. Ukraine, how will I use it? Ukraine will use it against Russia. If it's against Russia, maybe. He didn't say it, But what means he will not agree? But Ukraine needs this for hit Russia. So if he says he made the decision on one side, on the other side, but it is suspended from guarantees of use, what use is Ukraine going to make of it? Do already. It is this second part. The question is, she's naive. Ukraine is currently in hitting Russia with missiles with a range of 1,000 kilometers. Now, Ukraine wants missiles which go beyond 1,000 kilometers. If Donald Trump wonders ask Ukraine what they want to do with it, is that there is something that doesn't matter, because he already knows what Ukraine wants to deal with it. Now, on the other side, I must say that it seems to be an open distrust. Donald Trump wants first, make sure what they are will do. It is a phrase that translates fear American from uncontrolled use. They do not want to send these missiles and that the use is not controlled. But in reality, the fact that he wants that the use is controlled is that he wants to keep the balance of good relations with Russia. He wants to send, but without ordering Ukraine to strike Russia. But if Ukraine receives, Ukraine will do what? Ukraine will strike the Russia. And that's how they did it. Started for long missile scope. Within a short period of time, you go see Ukraine will announce that she herself began to make her own missiles. Thomas Hawk, yes, to conceal that America has sent, and Ukraine saying that it is herself who produces now its Tomahawk missiles with perhaps the help of its partners, Westerners. Ukraine will give itself the right to strike directly at the Russian Federation, show that they are directly involved to the conflict to avoid escalation. So on the political level, and Donald Trump makes it clear to Zelensky that American support is not plus a blank check. However, underneath, Donald Trump is helping seriously. It's time for Zelensky. And we see the proof on the ground. The Russia is hit regularly. It is bombarded without rest. So, it must be said that, and this situation makes Kiev seem to be under control. That is, Washington shows as if they were checking Kiev's military actions. All this, it is to disavow oneself in the face of Russia. But in the end, they are the ones who allow Ukraine, their agents, their military even are with Ukraine in the process of carry out these recent strikes that Russia has known. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was it, the front page of international news. You come back soon by grace of the Almighty, inshallah, with new information. It was the voice. And there, in this case, we will no longer say that it was America that gave. Here is the strategy that they used by the past and that they risk using new. So the implicit message is that Kiev, Washington, is in the process to warn Kiev. Washington wants to tell Kiev that any American deliveries will be conditioned, monitored, and limited. So trust is no more automatic. But are these words not just lip service, just to allow America to be deified in cases of dangerous strikes from Ukraine on Russia? So it's a strategic calculation of Donald Trump. He wants to restore balance. So it's a posture that aims to curb military escalation with Russia while preserving the image of firmness towards Moscow. So he wants to show the image of firmness vis-a-vis Moscow. And this image, what does it support? America continues to support Kiev militarily. It is necessary that Moscow ends its conflict. But on the other hand, they don't want to. From your humble servant, the Samouraï.